Hey everybody, it's Genoa with A Crafty Mess, and I'm here with another YouTube video. If you're new to my channel, thank you for joining us. If you're already subscribed, glad you returned. Make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure the bell is on for your notifications, and share this video with all your crafty friends. I recently started a group, A Crafty Mess, on Facebook, so if you'd like to go ahead and join, go ahead and meet us over on Facebook as well. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today is kind of like some mindless crafting. So I have been slowly but surely going through both of my craft rooms and trying to get things organized. One of the things that I was able to do was get all of my metal dies organized into these cute little pouches. So what I did was I ordered these clear pouches from Amazon. I'll link it below. And then I took all of my dies and put them into these cute pouches. So they have the Velcro open and closure there, which is really great. I like that they're clear and you can see through them. And then I took my label printer that I used to print out my shipping labels and inserted a 2-inch circle, printed what was in the envelope, and then stuck that in there. They're not in any particular order right now, but just the fact that I have them all in pockets and all in this one box is a win and a victory for me. What I'm thinking of doing, guys, is doing like a little series, because now that they're all organized and I can see them and then thumb through them and get to them easily, I am under the realization of just how much I've been missing out, because they've been in a drawer and not all in the same place, so they haven't been getting used, okay? And you know, like I know, this craft stuff isn't cheap. We purchased this stuff with the hopes that we're going to be able to use it, and hopefully if you're in business to also make money, but that won't happen if they're not easily accessible and just hidden somewhere, which these have been. So I'm apologizing up front if the camera is a little shaky. It's on my craft table today, and that was the best way that I could get the angle that I wanted. So I apologize, because when I knock the table, it will shake the camera a bit. So the die that I'm going to be using today is from KS Craft Store. I got it from Amazon. I'll link it below. And it is a marshmallow shaker die kit. Okay, so you have large marshmallow and you have a small marshmallow. The smaller marshmallow, it doesn't come equipped with the dies to make this a shaker, okay, but it comes with the little marshmallow and then the topping for the marshmallow. And then you have the larger set. You get 2 for the large marshmallow, and then you get this one that creates the window for the shaker die. They also give you a separate one if you want to make a marshmallow tag. So this one will come with the hole at the top where you can make it a tag. And then you get the 2 toppings for the large marshmallow, 2 different faces, and then last but not least, where you can make either a hair bow or a bow tie. All right, so I don't have a fancy die cutting machine. I use the Cricut Cuttlebug. I think I got this on sale, and I may have used a coupon years ago. I think I probably paid maybe about $25, $30 for it. So in order to create the shakers, you're also going to need craft foam. This is an adhesive craft foam. It has the adhesive on the front and the back, so I don't have to worry about that. You'll need some good glue. I'm using art glitter glue, which is my favorite. You'll need cardstock. So I have white cardstock for the marshmallows, black cardstock to cut out the facial features, and then I have some colored glitter cardstock that I'm thinking about using for the drips. And then you're going to need acetate for the shaker window to hold all your shaker bits in. Last but not least, you'll need shaker bits. So sequins, beads, rhinestones, whatever it is that you're going to use inside of the card. Okay, so now for the fun part, let's go ahead and make the card. I took the 2 larger marshmallow pieces and then using some low tack tape, just taped them down to my scrap piece of cardstock. This is just a regular piece of 65-pound cardstock. I'm going to put that onto my cutting plate. Let me move this down just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and run that through the cuttable bug machine. And again, I apologize for any shaking that's going to cause when I run it through. And usually I'll take it through until I hear all the clicking noise and then just run it back to make sure that it cut through the paper. Okay. So there you go. You see that we have the 2 bases of our marshmallows, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just slide those over to the side. Now, with that still being taped in place, I want to cut my window. So I have this piece of acetate that I'd used for another project. So I'm just going to cut a little piece off of this so that we can make our window. Okay. So here's my acetate, here's my cutting plate. I don't know if you can see it really well. I'm going to take my dies and tape them down to the acetate. Okay, then you're going to take your 2 cutting plates and put them on top. And this one I'm going to do a couple times just to make sure that it goes through the acetate. You'll hear it crackling. Okay, so now I'm going to send it back through the other way. Okay, and then I'm going to do it one more time back and forth just to be sure. All right, so we got the acetate cut. I don't know if you can see it, but it's still attached because of that tape. Okay, so then there's 1, and then there's 2, okay? Now what you need is you need the border that you're going to be using to create your window that you're going to stick your shaker bits in. If you do not have some of this foam, that's okay. What you can do is you can use this piece that we're going to use to make the little window. You can use this to cut out just several layers of cardstock. So if you guys go back on my channel and look, I did a video where I made a shaker card using just a regular circle die. And I didn't have foam on that one. I didn't use foam. What I did is I just made a bunch of circles out of cardstock and then glued them together to give them some dimension, which is essentially what we're doing with the foam. It's just giving it some dimension so that we can add our sequins and they can move around freely. So I'm just going to run this through the Cuttlebug several times, and I'm going to need to make 2 of these, 1 for each of the marshmallows. So I'm going to be making 1 male marshmallow, 1 female marshmallow. Trying to be respectful. I don't know, what we should call them now, but 1 in this purple iridescent and then 1 in like a chocolate color. Okay, so hopefully that cut all the way through. Let's go ahead and check it. If not, then we can send it through again. So I can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I can see the lines on the back letting me know that it went through all the way. See that? So I'm going to pop that out and set it aside. And I'm going to move the die over on that same piece of foam and do it again because we need another one for our second marshmallow. They only give you 1 of these dies, so you'll have to do it again for each, once for each marshmallow. So same method as before. I'm just going to run it through several times, making sure that it cuts all the way through the foam. I don't know if the newer machines give more pressure than this, and so you don't have to do it this many times, but it's not a huge deal just to run it through a few times. And again, sorry for all that shaking. Let's check on the back. Okay, I can see where it cut through, so I'm just going to go ahead and pop it out. Take that tape off, and then put it to the side. There. Okay, and that's a scrap. So we can go ahead and move on to our next dies. So I want to cut out the toppings for the marshmallows. So I'm going to get another piece of tape. That one is losing the tack a little bit more quickly than I expected. So this time I'm just going to use some painter's tape. And then I'm going to use the second one here. And put it as close to the top as it'll fit, because then that way I can use the rest of this for something else if I like. So go ahead and put the two cutting plates on top. I'm going to run it through our die cut machine. And I'm not only thinking about doing a little series using all these dies that I have, but I have another box just like the one that had all the metal dies in it, full of embossing folders that I don't use all the time, that I've paid a lot of money for. So I need to start getting with the program here. All right. Okay. So then we have our toppings. That doesn't want to come out. Sometimes I find if you just throw it down, it pops out. I know that's so violent, huh? But I actually saw that trick from another crafter, so it wasn't me that thought of it. And take those scraps and put them to the side along with that cutting plate. And then, actually, I need that cutting plate again because we have to cut out the face. So I have a piece of black, and here's the two little face dies. And I think, I don't know, we'll give it a try. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the die for the hair bow and the bow tie on black as well, just to see what it looks like. If it doesn't work, we can always run it through again on a different color. Alright. See if this cut through. Yep, it did. So again, just throwing it down, and all the little pieces popped out the way I wanted them to. Get all those little pieces out. It seems so barbaric, but you see how good it works? Okay, so I'm going to take these little pieces out for the eyes and mouth. And then now I think we can go ahead and put that over to the side. Okay, now before we move on, one thing I forgot, we're going to need to make 2 borders using the same die we used with the foam to cover our acetate window. Okay, so I'm just going to run that forward and backward. Okay. Yep, that time it doesn't want to come out, huh? There we go. And then we're going to do that one more time for the second marshmallow. And then we can go ahead and begin our assembly. I'm going to go ahead and run that through, and then we can start putting it together. All right, so now we're assembling the card. So I thought I had pressed record, but I hadn't. So what I did is I took the foam piece, I removed the backing, and then I place it on top of the solid white marshmallow piece. Okay. Then while the backing for the adhesive is still on top, meaning, you know, I'm touching this right now, it's not sticky because I still have that backing paper on there. See, this was the first one. So while the backing paper is still on top, you want to figure out what color you want to put inside for your shaker bits. So I got this Angel Mix sequence from Dress My Crafts. There's the name. This little bottle that it came in. You can see the colors. But it really matches well with this color of glitter paper that I got. See that? Cute. So I'm going to be using this to fill in my shaker. And I have no idea where I put my little spoon that I usually use. So I'm just going to use the back of this little embossing tool from Dollar Tree to kind of scoop some of those sequins in there. So pretty. Look at that compared to that glitter cardstock. Really goes well. So we'll put some more shaker bits in there. And then put the top on that so I don't spill. There's some little random ones that fell. I'm just going to pick up and put inside. And I think I want to add some of these dark purple. So I got these little shaker things from Michael's. And they have like all different colors and shapes. I only get them when they're on sale. Or a coupon can be used. But I've had them for years. So I'm going to add a little bit of those dark purple. And then I want to add a little bit of these like white iridescent ones too. Because I like those. And they sparkle really pretty. So another thing that I love about these little things is the fact that you just need to find the hole and you just doop, 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 and shake it right on inside. So you don't have to worry about it getting everywhere. All right, so then I'm just going to shake these around just a little bit to kind of spread them out. So there's not like any bulkiness in there. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to take that piece of acetate and we are going to put that on top, and that's going to create the window to keep all the sequins inside. Before you take off your backing paper, make sure that you have your acetate turned the right way. And see, like that wasn't the right way, so I need to turn it this way. Yeah, so that's the way that it goes. Okay, so I'm going to hold it just like that so I know what direction it goes in. And then I'm going to very carefully take the backing paper off of the foam. Okay. Trying to be careful not to shake it too much, because see how that little sequence popped up. And okay. So then I'm going to very carefully align it up and press it down all around so it adheres all over, and then we're done. We made our little shaker. Okay, so now that last little piece of cardstock that I had you cut out, we're going to put on top to hide the window. So you're just going to take whatever glue you have. I'm using art glitter glue because y'all know that's my favorite. And you're tired of hearing me say it, but it is. It's my favorite. Okay, so art glitter glue, and then boom on top. Okay, and with the liquid glue, you have a little bit of leeway. You can move it around, make sure it's aligned right where it needs to be. Okay, and then, so cute, and the colors look so good. You're going to take your topping piece and put it on top. So it goes on that side because it aligns perfectly on that side. So you just take your glue and adhere that. How cute. Oh my God, that is so cute. Okay, now last but not least, we just need to put our face together. So I go ahead and dot glue on the little eyeballs. And I like to put it a little closer down to the bottom. So like just past the halfway. Ugh, that one's fighting with me. Okay, I'm just going to use my finger and kind of clean up the acetate a little bit from that glue. Get the other eyeball. Dot the glue on the back. Hopefully I'm in focus. How cute! And put this little mouth. Now these had some little pieces that cut out for, I guess, like cheeks, but I didn't want the cheeks to be in black, so I didn't use them. But you can definitely cut them out of some pink cardstock or something like that, so you can give your marshmallow some rosy cheeks. I'm gonna just take this bow and adhere that, and then we're all done, and these babies are ready to be mailed out. So I'm just gonna put that bow up there, and boom, bam, boom. There you have it. Little shaker marshmallows. They're so cute. These are perfect embellishments for notebooks, planners, cards, tags, whatever you want to use them for. So cute and adorable, and really fun to make. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you haven't already done so, make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribing to my channel, and making sure your notifications are on. Until next time, this is Genoa with The Crafty Mess. Bye.